I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta love it, buddy.
I don't. I feel like it's slowly getting stupider and stupider.
Dumber and dumber.
Yeah, now, but we've crossed from dumberer and dumberer. Yeah, like
Dumber and dumberest.
yeah. No, it's not even dumberist. It's dumberer and dumberer. That's how bad it is. It's like we can't, because once you start going dumb, you start losing, common sense and proper word usage and
Cognitive function just dies.
there it is. See,
Yeah.
I can't even come up with the right word. It's that bad.
I'm
It's,
still there.
at least some of us. Thank God Steven's going to carry the show because I'm done.
I can come up with the 3-syllable words every now and again. Yes.
Got it. Yay.
All right.
This is what happens when you read a book. Oh.
What's that called?
Who reads books? I wish I did.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I used to, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'll put it so bad. Here's how bad I am at
Audiobooks, but
no. This is what I was going to say. This is how bad I am when it comes to books. So I signed up for Audible.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm paying, get the little free thing once a month.
Yeah, always.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I have 7 credits. I can't find a damn book that I want.
I run into that issue every now and again where I'm like, I've got 5 credits. I wonder if I could just pop. And I find like 6 or 7 books that I want to read at the same time. And then,
Well, and I do keep looking, but like, here's what I run into when it comes to, and I'm such a snob when it comes to voices and audio. Doing
Yeah,
this
you
line of
are.
work, I'm very much a snob when it comes to this.
I can work through some people, but
I can't. There's certain books that's like, I would love to hear the story, but if the guy reading it sucks to me or I don't
Yeah.
like, I'm done. And there's so many of them, but I'm at
don't
this
disagree.
spot where I'm stuck.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So clearly with the 7 credits,
Yeah.
I'm not finding anything that's fitting me.
Oh, yeah. And by the
So
way,
I'm spending money that I don't need to be spending on something I'm not using.
oh, yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid because I can't get a definitive answer that if I cancel, do they take away my credits?
They shouldn't. They shouldn't be able to take away your credits because they're credits earned.
See, that's what I thought. And that's what I assume too.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not 100% sure.
So you're keeping it because you don't know, but you still
Because I'm
don't know
hoping
if you
that I
find
can
a book
hurry
to
up and
read.
find books that I like that I'll run through so then I can turn around and burn through them all and cancel it.
Well, you can get the books, download them, and then cancel.
Yeah, but if I download books that I don't like by readers I can't stand.
Oh, remember this. So you can actually exchange
Only if you keep paying.
for
them.
credits.
Only if you keep paying.
Right, but you can exchange for credits.
But I'm not going to keep paying.
But if you don't like the book, you can immediately
The point
exchange
is I'm
for
supposed
credits.
to be burning through these credits to get rid of it. And if I trade it in,
I'm just saying.
I know, but if I'm saying if I trade it in, then I'm right back to square one again because I have a credit that I have to use.
That's your own fault.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not my fault.
There is a limit to how many you can credit, by the way. I found that out.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's a limit.
Well, you have like 900
I found
books.
the
so-
limit. So
What is the limit?
I think it's like 20, and I think it's like,
Wait a minute. Whoa. You tried to credit 20 books?
yeah.
Wow.
No, so
wonder.
I was cycling through, okay?
Okay.
So I had, I did the entire Dune series,
Okay. Yeah, no, I remember that.
okay?
Yeah.
And I started cycling through the Dune series. After I finished reading them all, I took that and I did all the Brad Thors.
Okay.
And so I started going through all the Brad Thors, and I was cycling through. When I ran out of regular credits, I just started, switching out.
Switching them out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want the Dune series anymore. I don't want this one from the Dune series anymore. So I'm going to go Brad Thor, the Dune Thor. And then I was like, well, I've already read these books from Brad Thor. So Brad Thor. And I ran out.
So, but just so again,
Do you understand how many Brad Thor books there are?
Apparently, there's a lot.
There
If you
are.
can burn-
but
So,
it's a
and this
bunch.
is what I'm confused.
This was in like a month's time.
So there's 20 is the cap. Period.
I think it's like 20 is the cap, or 20 to 25 is the cap for like
A month or two.
either. I think it's a quarter. I might be wrong.
Oh wow.
I might be wrong. I haven't tried to do it again, so I need to go back in and try to cycle one to see if I can get. Because here's the other thing. If you cycle multiples at a time, you don't get credits for each cycle. And so what happens is if you cycle one, you go get a new book immediately. You got it.
Oh, okay.
But you can't cycle and get what 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
it
because
doesn't work that
they'll
way.
turn around and they're like, "Oh, now you're cheating the system."
Yeah, now you're just breaking it. Now you're breaking the system.
Gotcha. See, I've got like several. Okay, so
I learned my lesson.
And here's the other reason why I'm not overly wanting to cancel. I promise you guys, there's a real show coming. Just let me finish this.
Tangent thought immediately to start the show. All right.
But going back to I found the entire Sherlock Holmes collection.
Who read by
Stephen Fry.
Done.
But it's free as long as you pay for it. It's just you just stream it. Yes. So I'm like I don't need the credits because clearly I don't want this. But oh my God, Stephen Fry reading Sherlock Holmes.
It's good.
Like that's what I want, you know. So
just do it.
And I'm torn. Like
You might as well just keep it at that point.
yeah, at least
Until you're done.
until the book's done.
Yeah, until you're done.
And that's where I'm at. Like, do I go for, like the Harry Potter? I've never read Harry Potter.
You might as. You know what? I
have 7 credits. I could get all 7 books.
I hear that the books are a lot better.
That's what I've heard. And well, books on anything are always better.
Generally.
I have yet to really read a book that was turned into a movie that I didn't like. The book wasn't better.
I think my wife is sending me Audible books now.
She's sending you
via text.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She downloaded it. Oh, okay. Okay. So she's telling me that she bought a book.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Just letting you know I got one.
I got a book right now. Right now that you're talking about it, right now I got a book. You're getting it now.
But my problem is I love books. Yeah. So
you don't want to get rid of them once you have it.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to waste a free credit on a book that I'm going to find out I'm not going to like. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm sorry, bud. It's going to happen every now and again.
Well, there's not a ton of like.
Look, I've got a bunch of books here.
I know. I've got a bunch of books at home.
I have nowhere close to the amount of books that a friend of ours has, but I've got a bunch of books.
I want like that old.
No. I'm telling you,
library.
What? Okay, we have a friend.
Mm-hmm. We have a friend, or y'all have a friend?
We have a friend you've met.
Okay.
We have a friend, and the friend, her fiance, does not allow her to buy any more books.
Oh wow!
Physically,
like
he has a cap on like, hey, if we move, this is the maximum number of books that I am personally moving out of this place.
Wow, he put like a straight up kibosh on this thing.
Yeah, no, done.
Oh my gosh, holy cow.
I'm talking like book subscriptions all out the wazoo. Like she gets a monthly and all the rest.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. Plus she has Audible, and on her Audible, because, she has a pretty good job and all the rest of it, she just buys books all the time.
Wow.
She just straight up credits. Actually, boop, I'm buying a credit. So she has a library of books on Audible that is beyond belief, on top of the library of books in her house.
See.
Yeah.
I wish I had the time to do that. Like I said, I can listen to stuff at work, but not all the time.
Okay. All right.
But
I'm sorry. My wife just sent it to me again. Audible has Sandman. Like the movie Sandman?
No. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The comic Sandman? The Sandman
like
comic.
From Peter Parker Spider-Man Sandman?
Like which Sandman are you talking about?
There's so many different Sandman that I
Huh? Neil Diamond.
I hate Neil Diamond.
Nobody likes Neil Diamond.
He's a douche.
Neil Gaiman comic. I don't know.
I don't.
You're talking to you're telling me that it's is it a comic about like the movie Sandman? Yeah, I get it, but is it about that same premise?
I don't know.
Is it Sandman the premise? Sleeping Sandman? Yeah. Okay.
The Sandman cometh.
Yeah. Okay. Read by James McAvoy.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's another, like, I could tolerate that. But see,
You
okay,
could do it, right?
yeah, well, here's my problem. Again, I promise, guys, there's real stuff coming. I promise. But no,
Tangent. Oh my God.
Here's where I'm stuck at, though, is I either find a book that I've really wanted to hear.
Right.
Okay. Like it is,
But it's read by somebody that's
that is horrible. Or you find people that Stephen Fry, James McAvoy, whatever. You find these people that have amazing voices.
Yeah.
That you want to hear them read.
Right.
And then you look at the list of stuff they've done
You're like,
and it's crap.
Nobody wants to read these books.
Yeah, it's like, would you like to hear Benedict Cumberbatch read to you? That's fantastic because he's going to read.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
No, I'd listen to that. No, but this is like, he's
Life on the Mississippi.
he's reading Paula Dean's cookbook or something, and you're
Something
like,
really bad.
I have no purpose for this.
Anne of Green Gables.
That's
Read by Benedict Cumberbatch.
to kill. Tale of Two Cities. Spread by Liza Minnelli. I don't know.
War.
Yeah. No, I just it's my own.
Read by Al Gore.
And you know what's fun? This is obviously first world problems. I understand.
Yeah,
that.
obviously,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying.
We're complaining about people that are reading to us.
15 minutes I've been complaining about Audible
And books.
and books. So bad.
First world problems.
I wanted to kind of ease into this because the
you know
rest
what?
of the world is stupid.
It's kind of true, but we have a first world problem
yeah,
as our first story.
I know.
This is a first world problem. And it's very simple, okay? It's
dumb.
It's talking about the impeachment of Donald Trump.
Hold on. Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Reading is too hard. Audibles are good, but they still take time. I'm waiting for injectables.
That's darn right.
That I do too.
Just chink right there.
I do too.
Thank you. I just want that directly into my brain.
Twilight's last gleaming slug over on Twitter. A limit on my library would be a deal breaker for me.
Right?
So,
Right. Well, it's not really a limit. It's a physical limit. Like she has a virtual. She doesn't have any virtual limits.
no, but she's saying that
Yeah,
if
I get
somebody was courting her or they were married or whatever, and that said individual said, okay, we're done. Kibosh has been implemented.
It was very simple. You can get new books.
He's just not carrying them out.
Yeah, you're just going to have to carry them. That's the deal.
Okay. See, I thought it was, slug on this. I thought it was
Well, he's very dead set on this is how many books I'm taking out of this place.
Yeah,
if
gotcha.
They rent. So he's like, we're going to move.
Yeah. And when we
move, this is the max.
yeah, I'm not taking. So you better have those ones picked out because the other ones may not be going.
Or you better pick them up yourself and
Or
find a place for them. I don't know.
Pay for your own mover.
That's right.
Gotcha. I was with Slug on that. I thought it was.
They did pay for their own mover. I was there. They paid in dinner.
I was gonna say pizza and beer.
Oh well, I didn't do any beer, but pizza.
Pizza. That's what I figured.
Yeah, pizza's
That's what I
definitely.
figured.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so Senate being stupid.
The Senate
impeachment
being stupid,
trial.
yeah.
I'm so done.
All
with
I
this.
have to say is, if the words don't fit, you must acquit. That's all I've got to say.
And they don't fit.
They don't fit. Former President Donald Trump's lawyer will highlight Democrat hypocrisies on condoning street violence when they present his defense on Friday. The Senate impeachment trial over his alleged incitement of the January 6th riots
Allegedly.
on the Capitol Hill.
I'm done with this.
But with Mr. Trump's acquittal all but assured as early as this weekend, Democrats are increasingly eyeing a follow-up move.
Oh, they want to do a finishing move.
Yeah, well, not really because they can't really finish him.
Mortality. Fatality.
It's a fatality.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a friendship or anything.
It's not a
like
friendship. No. It's a
So, what was the other one they had?
humiliation.
No, there was another one.
There was a fatality,
There was fatality,
friendship,
and
I don't know.
there was. I swear there was another one.
I thought there was a humiliation as one of them.
It might have been. I don't know.
Anyway, no, they're going for the low blow. They're going for the low blow.
The low hanging fruit. The
Very
easy
low.
shot.
Yeah, the easy shot. Something that they should have done when they first came out with it. Instead of doing this whole charade, this is where they could have gone to begin with. They're moving to censure Donald Trump.
Isn't it kind of late to censure him?
Well, no, it's just to stop him from holding office in the future, which is the whole reason they wanted to make sure that he was impeached in the first place, was to make sure that he could never hold office again. Now,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, isn't censure a whole lot easier to pull off than impeachment?
yes,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So
they should have done it in the first time around. Now it looks even worse.
Or hell, even this time they impeached him the first time and it failed. So if you're going to do it, you could turn around and censure him. Like
Yeah.
that's different. Like
After he leaves, if you want to censure him, I mean, there's no legal ramification against doing that. So why didn't they do that in the first place? Babality. There you go.
oh, that's right. Thank
Turns
you.
him into a baby.
Thank you, Peekapoo. Sorry. Yeah, for those. Yeah, we're trying to Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Sorry. Joke is not funny anymore now that we've had to explain it and move on. But anyway.
We've moved.
So they finally are censuring him. They're finally doing what they actually were trying to do from the very beginning. And I don't. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Why? Why? This doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's a funny thing that you say that it doesn't make any sense, because it doesn't.
I just
Like I
said
said,
that.
like I told you before, this should have been where they went to begin with. Just straight up censure him.
Yeah.
That's where you should have gone. That was where it should have gone in the first place. Hey, look, Donald Trump, we don't like the guy. We don't want him in office anymore. That's what they're saying. We don't want him to ever hold a public office ever again, because if he does, he's going to ruin everything that we've been trying to. He's going to ruin all the things that we've been trying to ruin for the past 200 years.
You ruined it. Ruined it.
He's going to ruin our ruining. The ruination.
And he is going to rue the day that he tried ruining their ruining.
The ruination.
Of the ruination
yeah.
of the ruining.
Yeah, right.
It's
good. It's good. It works. But that's where they should have gone in the first place.
I should have.
And it'd be it'd be just as political, but it would be
At least it
a
makes
heck
more
of a lot
sense.
more expedient.
Yeah, and it makes more sense.
Right. There wouldn't be any legal ramification against doing it at that point. There wouldn't have been any constitutional crisis for doing it at that point. We've now censured like 3 different representatives over the past, or they've been brought up for censure over the past, 2.5 months?
Something like that.
So why not?
Yeah.
Why haven't you done this in the first place? Why did you go to this length of stupidity?
What irritates me though is, and they mentioned some of this in this article. The hypocrisy of the whole thing is fascinating. The very people who are trying to say that Donald Trump was inciting violence and blah 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 and this horrible thing were the same people who were literally cheering on rioting and looting.
Yes.
Over the summertime.
Which is exactly what they're going to use. Yeah, Trump's lawyer, David Schoen, and Bruce Castor Jr.
Make sure you throw Junior in there.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't want Daddy getting in trouble.
Yes, correct.
upset.
They plan to cite examples of prominent Democrats refusing to condone last summer's riots over racial justice across the country during the Black Lives Matter demonstrations and other lawlessness. In some cases, Democrats such as Representative Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts even advocated for unrest in the streets. They noted in their pre-trial brief.
Yeah. Again, it's hypocritical. The thing makes absolutely no sense. The guy's gone.
Let it be. If you want to be politically trash, if you want to be political trash about this, understand you're going up against a guy who is considered a pile of political trash. All you're doing is making him bigger.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. If you try to soil, you're just creating more soil.
Yep. Well, it's if you're going after if you were like you said, he's trash. So
Right.
if he is trash, then you trying to handle it so badly to get him gone is therefore going to cover you in trash.
Right, you're just going to get yourself covered.
Yeah. So,
Like if your intent was to throw shit on a shit pile, you're just going to get
congratulations.
You're going to get covered in shit.
Everything's covered in poo.
Exactly. That's all you're going to do.
Dun, 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 dun,
Everything.
dun, dun.
All the things are covered in poo. That's it.
Yep. Nothing like a good glossing of poo.
That's right. Just smear it all over because you're gonna stink to high heaven anyway.
But the bad part about it is it doesn't make a difference.
No.
Because again, the way everything is being ran, it is all about agenda and trying to funnel everything in a certain way. You know what I mean? It's not about the betterment of the country. It's not about what's best for its people and for all of this other stuff. It's all about party. It's all about, you know what I mean? There's no, well, what does it benefit the people? Is it something the people even want? Forget even benefiting. Is it what the people truly want? Is it even what the states are vying for? No. It's, well, we have an agenda. We're the controllers. We're the kings and queens. We're the lords and ladies of the land. We are the rulers and we decide. And to hell with what everyone else says because no one else is actually going to do anything. And that's the fact.
It's true. It's very true.
It's irritating to me that it doesn't matter if they're covered in poo or not, because at this point, they're the winning team and they're going to continue to keep it that way. Again, it's all about winning. It's not about what is best for everyone else.
It's funny how that works.
Sorry. Yeah. I know. I'm just saying. I don't know. It would be nice for people, and when I mean people, I mean all y'all listening, to kind of get irritated enough. You know, like, again, as we used the example before, like you're in a bad relationship, an abusive, horrible relationship.
Yeah,
and you finally hit the bottom. You're tired of it. It is time to end this sucker.
Right.
Be gone. Move on.
Yep.
Clean house and change up and start again. And it would be really nice for a lot of people to feel that same way when it comes to the politics in general, the government in general.
It would be really good, but the problem is people don't. People look at it, well, they're the people that are making the mess, so they
haven't
clean it
hit.
up.
Yeah, people haven't hit bottom yet. And the problem is, the part that scares me is what's going to happen. You know, how much damage is going to be done when we, between now and the time they do hit bottom.
Right. What is actual
How
rock
far?
bottom?
Yeah. How are we going to be at a point where we're not going to be able to come back from it?
Is there actually a rock bottom for the government?
Well, that's what. Yeah, because again, the average. What is it? The average country, the average
250
years.
Yeah. We're at the mark.
We're there.
We're there.
Like that's the average. I mean, and we'll always still be here.
Maybe.
But what does it look like?
Right. It's going to change.
Yeah, and
The average empire lasts
250 years.
Yeah.
And
that's the most.
Yeah,
We'll never see the average. That's the most so far.
And once we're gone, once America, the actual idea, the experiment, whatever, and
it's going to take at least 2 generations to get it back.
If it can come back.
Right, but it's going to take at least 2 full generations, and I mean full.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Once it's gone, where are you going to go? Who do you have? You might have a small, medial little country. Israel is still a viable option, I guess, to a point.
Yeah, maybe. They're not quite, but
they're not quite. But I mean, they're doing decent considering. Yes. They're the better of any other option I can think of, unless you want to move to like the outback of Australia. I'm saying the outback, like away from people.
It doesn't.
And even that's like you're still not in a very good spot.
And you also have toilet spiders.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you have toilet spiders in Australia.
Okay.
And the toilet spiders in Australia, by the way, just so you know, the toilet spiders in Australia are there to kill the poisonous spiders that try to get into your toilet.
What was that old nursery rhyme about, something about one thing eating the other thing to eat the other thing to eat the other thing?
That's it,
yeah.
There's a toilet spider that literally sits behind your toilet
to eat the poisonous
the poisonous spiders that try to get into your toilet. Yeah, it's a huntsman spider or something like that.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. You gotta love it, man.
Funny little thing. So, at work in the bathrooms, they put up those coat hangers over on the walls.
Yeah.
The way the lighting is in there, every damn time I walk in there,
messes with you because you're like,
all I see is 8 legs.
Oh.
Because it's a 4-pronged thing, and the shadow makes another 4.
Yeah.
And it's really big. And I'm not scared of spiders, but
it messes with you.
It'll mess with you quick.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yes, Paige. Or Kathy. Yes, Kathy. Toilet spiders.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Dennis. We're getting ready to hit a very much of a Hunger Games-esque kind of a situation. Now, granted, I am very confident of the odds from where I live. I think the odds are a little bit more in my favor, but it still doesn't.
So, yeah.
It still is not something I want to go through. That's for sure. In the end, you get what you deserve over on Twitter. Summer riots equals love boat. All other riots equals douche canoe.
True.
I love that.
The love boat.
The douche canoe.
Soon we'll be taking another run.
The plane, boss, the plane. Oh,
No, that's the wrong one.
that was the wrong one.
Yeah. It's fine, though. It works.
Still, that was.
It works.
It's still funny.
That Fantasy Island?
Fantasy Island. Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
it. It's Fantasy Island. The plane, boss, the plane.
Yes, I know, Tattoo. Thank you.
I find that if you really think about how offensive that is,
His name is Tattoo.
a little bitty man called a tattoo. You're so tiny, you'd be fit on someone else's body.
Yeah, that's it.
I know that's not what they meant, but
But it is, yeah.
it's funny to me.
Yeah,
And my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Yeah, buddy. Ah, yes. Need to reload the full show.
Yeah, I got it already,
Yeah, no, I seen him throwing it on there, but I was like, oh, I do need to read that. Just to say.
Just in case.
You never know.
Yep.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Have to kill one thing and then re-upload a thing, and then, yeah.
And then still re-up a thing.
Yeah, then re-up.
This is Defenders Live.
To those people that are listening to us on the Mojo 50 Radio Network, there has been a couple of weather issues.
Yeah, it's kind of storming.
So
Down in
they've had
the,
a couple power outages and stuff. It
Greater
knocked off-
Fort Worth area.
knocked the signal out for a few minutes back and forth. So just bear with us if you're listening on the Mojo 50 on the iHeartRadio.
Yep.
That's fine.
And
It's there. And if you don't want the glitches and stuff because of the signal, you can always go to the YouTubes
Yeah.
or you
At
could,
DOA Show.
or you could go to the Facebooks.
At DOA Show.
The D Live.
At DOA Show.
And if you just wait maybe like 20 minutes, you can listen to the entire show on every platform.
20 minutes.
Yeah, because I've got to re-upload it. It gives me time to re-upload and everything.
Yeah, but I just figured you just wait until the end.
Yeah,
Just do it all at
but
once.
it's going to take me a couple minutes to re-upload.
Yeah, but you do it all at the end.
I'm giving myself some time.
No, you do it when it's done. Anyway. Or yeah, you could catch it on the podcast on Spreaker and iTunes,
Anytime you want.
SoundCloud, and all that
On
fun jazz is
demand.
everywhere.
That's correct.
Yeah, buddy.
But you know what isn't correct?
What isn't?
Nancy Pelosi.
She is
Not correct.
no. Well, she never has been.
Well, she did.
She literally talks out of the side of her head.
That's
she's
actually true.
two-faced.
She does the thing with the lip and the yeah.
You know why I think she does that?
Because she watched a lot of
And she-
Rugrats.
No, she doesn't do it all the time.
Okay.
She does it sometimes.
I thought it was because she watched a lot of Rugrats, and you know, in the commercial, where like,
yeah, no. What I think it is, because she doesn't do it all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm just spitballing here.
Okay.
I think those are the days
That
that
are-
her polygrip has come loose. And because it's come loose, she has to talk out of the side of her mouth. So that way, when she's speaking,
she has to keep her teeth clenched.
yeah, so that way her
Clenching.
mouth, the teeth don't just go flying out of her
She's
face.
clenching her teeth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that way she can at least still move her teeth around without risk of it falling out mid-speech.
And maybe that's the reason why she sounds like she's drunk half the time, because she's scared that her dentures are going to fall out.
Either that or the chemicals in the polygrip are starting to take
her.
effect now.
That's very possible. Very, very
It's
possible.
polygrip, Nancy. You're not supposed to chew it.
Right.
It's not chewing gum.
It's not gum.
No.
Please stop.
It doesn't help your breath.
Nope.
It doesn't
Makes
do
it
anything.
worse.
It's a no.
It's a bad idea.
That's a toxin, pumpkin.
You're
Put it
supposed
away.
the cleaning agent for your teeth
Yeah.
is supposed to stay in the glass.
Yeah, you're supposed to take your
You're
teeth
not supposed
out.
to swish it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to you're not supposed to drink it.
No, that's not a good idea.
That's bad.
It's a bad idea.
No good, very bad
I know.
things.
Yeah. Anyway.
But
no, she's in a little bit of hot water.
a little?
Little bit of hot water.
Just a little.
Just a hair.
How much of a hair?
Well, a twinge.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say her age, she probably didn't shave anything anyway, so there's a lot of hair.
Oh.
Gross. I know. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mental picture.
But Republicans have demanded on Thursday that the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pay $5,000 fine for bypassing the metal detectors.
Yeah, if she doesn't wear pantyhose, she sounds like a cricket when she walks. All the hairs rubbing together, making noises. Yeah. $5,000.
You just had to put that out there, didn't you?
I've been holding on. The moment you kept on rolling, I'm like, nope, I'm going to get this last
You
one
just
in.
had
This
to
is
throw
too
it
good.
in. It's
It's
there.
too good.
It's there.
That's why she wears pantyhose, because otherwise all you hear is every time she walks.
Squeak.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. Anyway,
Sound like rubbing styrofoam together.
I know that sound.
I know.
I know that sound.
Everyone else is cursing me right now because
I
they
know
hear
that
it too. They're like, you son of a bitch.
You can hear that sound. No matter. You can
Right
be
down in the lower
Stevie
part of
Wonder
your
hears that
spine.
sound.
I know. You hear it from 3 states away.
I know.
$5,000, huh?
Yeah,
for
$5,000.
bypassing metal detectors.
Yeah, it says multiple lawmakers saw her break her own brand new rules about security at the Capitol building.
Well, yeah, because again, you know the rules and the things that they set up, and she's living this example right now. They're not meant for them.
Oh yeah, they're meant for
There's
everybody but them.
Everything that comes out of their mouth, any discussions, any agreements, any decisions, period, whether it's how things are maintained inside the Senate or the Capitol or whatever, or anything that has to do with, laws in the country, they're not subjected to them. They're above it. That's the perk. You didn't know that? That's the perk of being a lord or lady of the land.
Oh, see, I thought that they were representatives.
No, you silly boy. No, they're not. They are lords. They are in command. They rule over us lowly serfs.
Oh, see, I guess I was confused.
It happens. I can understand that.
I thought that this was a representative republic.
Oh, yeah. No, I understand that, the confusion there. Yeah, no,
it's been such a long time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a great idea, and it started that way,
right.
about 200 years ago, and then after that, it went to hell.
Yeah. Anyway, in a letter of to the House's acting sergeant at arms, Republicans, the House Administration Committee.
There you go. Spit it out.
Dang.
I know.
Said that the security camera
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
I know. Said that the security camera footage can back up their accounts on February 4th's incident with irrefutable evidence.
Yes, but again, that metal detector was not put there
for Nancy Pelosi.
Not for her or actually for any of the people, even the ones she doesn't agree with.
Right.
It was not there for them. Yeah. It is there for anyone else who walks through that door who's not part of the group.
Right. If you're not part of the in crowd.
If you're not part of that clique.
It's like the line at a fancy nightclub.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If your name's not on the list.
You're on the list or you're standing in line.
Yeah.
And she's on the list.
Oh, yeah. Well, she made the list, so she's on the list.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
She has to be on the list.
Yeah.
Because she made the list.
Why should she have to go through security? She's not a threat.
Right. She's never been a threat.
No. Not a...
Speaker Nancy Pelosi needs to pay...
Not a literal physical one, anyway.
This is a quote. Speaker Nancy Pelosi needs to pay the fine for breaking her own security rules. The fine needs to be equally enforced by the Sergeant at Arms, said the Republicans, led by the top members of the committee, Representative Rodney Davis of Illinois.
Out of Illinois?
Illinois.
Wow. Go Illinois. I didn't think anything was decent there, but that's good.
Well, I mean, if you have a representative.
I mean, my mom lives there, so she's good. I got
She's
some
decent.
people. Yeah, I got. Ooh, she's gonna kick your ass when she comes back to town. No, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot in Illinois that's any good, especially when he's talking politics. But go, Rodney, man. Go, Rodney.
Go, yeah. There you go. Good job, Rod.
Go, Rodney. Okay.
Miss Pelosi's office, in response to the inquiry. The inquiry.
Yes, it's an inquiry.
Pointed to the response letter Sergeant at Arms Timothy P. Blodgett.
Blog it.
Blodgett.
Sure. Go with that.
I don't know. Sent late Thursday saying it is up to the Capitol Police to flag a violation.
Oh, so
It is a list.
wow.
It is a list. It is a VIP list.
Mm-hmm.
Capitol Police flag it or not. If they don't flag it, then whatever.
Wow.
Well, if the Capitol Police don't do their job properly,
But
what do you expect?
Well, but okay. If let me throw it like this. So if it's being left up to the Capitol Police,
Yeah.
Okay, if
You know,
that's
the same people that
that's the-
willingly let
that's what I was getting
people
ready
in-
to
yeah.
say.
Uh-huh.
If you're kicking the can down the road to those guys and they willingly let these people in, and again, I'm still saying it's willing. You could argue me all you want to until I see
you
your
can act
refutable.
like it was forced in.
Yeah.
But dude, you don't have that many cops there, and then just like, oh, you let 150 people in.
Yeah, you didn't know the stuff was coming and you didn't shut up.
Shush.
Prove me wrong.
Stop it.
With real, tangible, hard proof. Until then, they were let in. Anyway.
Yeah.
They've already proven, Capitol Police have already proven that they don't do their job. They are not equipped, or they choose not to, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're part of that gang. So do you really think for a second that they're going to continue to follow everything the proper way anyway? Like, are you stupid?
Yes.
Yes,
They are.
Yeah. I know.
By the way, just so you know that everybody else was also in pain from your imagery. Kathy over there on Facebook. Stop!
Oh, I like that. Dennis Battles over there too. VIP equals very important to Pelosi.
Very good.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. That makes it work.
It does. She does think that she kind of, yes, whoever the president is would be considered king and all, but
Right.
we also know that as
unless it was Trump.
I was going to say, as monarchies have always gone, yes, the king had the final say, but it was the lords who turned around. It was all the
they did the underhanded
they
stuff.
did all the
all
other-handed stuff. They're the ones that kind of went, yes, and I'm doing this in his name, and I dare you to start saying something.
Say something.
Go tell him, please, as I shoot you in the back and rape your family.
It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. You know what? You go tell him. Uh-huh. Yep, just go ahead. That's fine. Not a problem. Guards.
Yeah. Go tell him. By the way,
Guards.
yeah, they just stole from me. Put them in clasp them in irons.
And also make sure that their families are put in jail as well.
Yes.
Their
They
entire
never
family.
see the light of day.
The entire family.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No, that's just fine.
I love this part. Okay.
Yeah.
The quote, since they were conducting a screening and applying their screening policies, they are the entity to determine if screening is successfully completed. That was coming from the Thomas Blodgett guy. He added, quote, I place my trust in the officers of the United States Capitol Police, end quote.
I don't.
I'm glad you do.
I don't.
I'm glad
that you put the trust in them, and that's fine. Most of the time, they do a good job keeping things secure. But no,
Yeah.
no.
I'm glad
If you decided to bump up security to another measure and start installing things like, I don't know, metal detectors, everybody needs to pass through the metal detector.
They should.
Everyone.
It should be everyone.
Everyone.
Because it at the very least, you start showing people that, yes, we follow the same rules as you. Even though we know that when it comes to the laws that you pass, that we all know that doesn't apply to us.
Yes.
But at least going into a public building, you're having to go through and be scanned too. Because I, as it says right here, Pelosi herself did say the enemy is within.
Yeah.
So if the enemy is within,
Her?
why is she not being scanned and everyone else is?
Because she's the one that said it.
But everyone else is coming from the outside. She is the within.
So she's on the outside
No, she's on the inside. They're on the outside.
looking in.
Yeah, they're on the outside looking in.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And it's so sad.
But they can see through her. See to the real her.
Do you want to see the real her? Because we could go back to the whole imagery
I just know that
of
it's.
the
I just know that it's ugly.
cricket legs.
I just know that it's ugly. Ugly like them. They can see through her.
They can see through you. See her true color.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's.
I mean, again, it would be great to do. Like, and I have to say, like, in order for the right, period, not just Republicans, but the right, period,
Yeah.
in order for the right to start taking things back the right way,
Oh, the right way.
you're going to have to start nitpicking these little things.
Little itty bitty thing.
And if you can start getting these things to stick, then you can start building on top of stuff. Because I'm sorry, the conservative right, the constitutional conservative right, has been taking it on the chin for a long time.
Taking it to the limit.
No, it hasn't been. Obviously not, because we're still here.
Well, at least one more time.
No. Stop it. No, I just, you're going to have to get like people like Dan Crenshaw, like Ted Cruz, you know, those cats.
Well,
Mike Lee.
I'm sorry. Cruz has been a weird.
I know,
lately.
but I know he's been weird
lately.
He
Like a really weird lately.
I think I have my idea about him, and I'm going to leave that alone. But I'm going based off of what he used to be, and
I'm not. I'm basing it off of right now. Right now, he just did an interview.
See, I don't know what right now.
He did an interview recently to where he blamed Donald Trump for the crackdown from social media. He said, blame the Trump administration for not cracking down on social media harder.
Cruz said that?
Yes.
Shut up. What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Blame Trump.
So it's a lot worse.
Blame the Trump administration, not the legislative body. Blame the Trump administration.
Wow.
Specifically for not cracking down on social media.
I would love to know what he means by that.
I would really do. It's like, okay, you have that, and then you had what's his face, Sass.
Oh God.
You had what's his face, Sass, saying that it was constitutional to hold the impeachment trial. I'm sorry. What are you guys doing? Like, where are we going with this, bud?
I don't know. It's irritating.
This is a problem. It's highly problematic.
just a teensy weensy little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You can stop now. Y'all can just stop it now. We're okay.
Nope, they're not okay.
I'm just saying.
It's another song.
I know. So apparently, speaking of, the enemy allegedly being within, but it's actually on the out.
Without.
More protest violence has been reported in Portland.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. On Wednesday, rioters attempted to break down the door of a police association in broad daylight.
How dare you?
Why aren't we shooting these people?
That's a good question.
And I'm being serious.
That's a really good question.
I know that everybody's like, that's heartless. No, why are these people not being shot?
At least in the knee.
No, and I don't. No, not in the knee. Not in the knee. The one thing that anybody who's ever been trained with a firearm knows.
I know you always shoot to kill. You don't
You
shoot
shoot to kill. And I know it sounds bad, but
it's because they can sue you.
if you're dead, you can't sue anybody.
Right.
It's very simple.
Right.
You do not, under any circumstances, attempt to overthrow a police station or a police association. And
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's the stuff that you would hear back in like the old Wild West when the bandits would ride around through towns. They'd take over a city or a town, and yeah, that's what that is.
That's what this is.
And you know what they did back then? They shot them and hung them.
And said, don't do it again or else this is what happens.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
no consequences to actions. And I'm sorry, but everybody's
Direct consequence.
yeah, everybody's like, well, it's just so extreme. Why does it have to go to that point? Because apparently the don't stop isn't working.
Please stop. No, don't.
No,
Don't stop.
I love that movie. Anyway, no, I'm tired of it. If you decide that you're going to commit an act like this, the same thing goes with the Capitol Police and the whole riot, invasion, whatever the hell you want to call that thing in the Capitol that they're all talking. Sadly, I'm sad that people have died.
Yes.
I am sad that they are so stupid that they intentionally rushed a public political building.
And then intentionally tried to get in the way of police officers.
Yes, and then
who
died.
had their guns pointed out and said, stop.
And died in the process of it. I am sorry that they are that stupid. I really, truly am. but oh well. Everything has consequences. You get behind the wheel of a car drunk and you wreck and you kill someone or you die. You deserve the punishment that comes with it.
I think,
So
okay.
why do these people not get the punishment that they deserve?
Twilight's last gleaming slug.
I'm going to start singing. I know why she did this.
I know.
And I'm going to start singing
Well, I think she wants you to sing.
that might be.
Because anyone shot in Portland by the police will lead to months of rioting.
The rioting hasn't stopped.
There's still,
So who cares at this point?
this is a good reason if it was only once.
These guys don't carry guns around anyway because, nobody should have guns, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
That would be a good reason, Slug. That would be a good reason if they didn't violently riot every other weekend.
Yeah.
If they weren't rioting every single day, every week, every
Over
weekend,
something.
over something stupid.
And there's not even reasons anymore.
Yeah.
They're literally doing it to do it. Nothing has happened in Portland. There was no reason for them to be out there. There was nothing bad that happened.
You know what the best reason to be in Portland is? You're not going to get hurt there. You can go and riot.
At this point, yes.
You can go and riot, destroy, maim, almost kill anybody, and you're not even going to
There's no
no
consequences.
slap on the wrist.
No retaliation of it at all. There's no consequences.
Right.
There's no accountability.
That is why they're doing it in Portland.
I got that. And I'm saying the only way that's going to stop is if you crack down, and you have to crack down hard. And I don't want to see people die. I don't want to see people getting hurt, but I also don't want to see innocent people who have nothing. The people in the police board were minding their own business. I don't know what they were doing or discussing in there, but I'm pretty damn sure that they were not antagonizing people outside. They didn't ask for this to happen. And there comes a point where you have to pay the piper. And the longer this stuff rolls out, the longer this stuff is allowed to just ride out, the longer this is allowed to continue with no problems whatsoever, the more drastic the consequences are going to have to be. Period.
Yeah.
It's just like a spoiled child. You let a child become spoiled and do whatever they want to do for years and years and years and years. And it could go from, starting off as, son, don't do that. It could go to, well, I'm going to take away this. You're grounded. You're getting spanked, whatever. Little things like that.
Yeah.
If you let it ride, eventually they're going to end up in the real world. And then it's going to be something drastic where they're in jail, or they're going to be doing something in a gang and get killed because they were trying to do something because you didn't control them.
Right.
The consequences will be paid at some point. And the longer you let it ride, the higher that price will be.
Yeah.
And right now, we're pushing the point where the only way this stuff stops is that, sadly, if people have to die for it. I don't want that to happen. I pray to God it doesn't happen. But people have got to get their head out of their ass. Because why they take over a police station and things. I know this wasn't, but I'm going back to the time that they did.
Yeah.
It was a police station. Do you know police stations have guns?
Yeah, they do.
How did they not?
Well, this was a police association.
No, I got that.
Right?
But
But that's still the same thing.
It's the
These
same
guys
thing.
carry weapons on them.
How did they not try to neutralize it? And I understand that you don't want to kill people. I'm down with you on that.
I'm good with
Do
you
it.
there.
But I feel like they're
doing it on purpose.
They're not stopping. They're not trying to stop anything. They're just letting it happen. Oh, no, we don't want to cause any trouble because we don't want to be yelled at because we don't want to be seen as racist.
Tear gas, stun guns.
They have those there. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Why didn't they use that?
Beanbag guns, tear gas, stun guns.
Dogs.
Dogs. The taser rifles. Those are really cool.
Those are fun.
Those are really cool.
Until
The
it
taser
happens to you.
Taser shotgun.
Yeah,
Oh.
those are great until
They
it,
look
again,
really
until
cool.
it happens to you. When they do it to you, it's a whole nother.
You can use non-lethal force. That's perfectly fine.
And those places are stocked with them.
They have
But
to be.
That's my point. You have to, in order for the force to stop, the motion to stop, it has to come in contact with an immovable object.
or equal force.
Or equal force in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to kill people. You don't.
You don't have to kill them.
But you have to meet them where they're being met at. You can't. That's just how it is. That's basic psychology. That's the basics of life. That's sociology. That's everything. That's
These people are coming with force. You have to equal the force.
yes. And once they realize that that force is equaled and could then potentially be, not just
expounded upon.
Yes. Then you have to turn around and go, well, let's weigh it out here.
Is it really a good idea?
Analysis.
Is this really a good idea?
Is this worth
me also possibly getting hurt, damaged, dying?
Yeah, because they're not even getting hurt over this. And I don't want people, I truly don't. I want people to stop acting so insane. I want people to start treating people like people. But until people start seeing other people as people.
People are people too.
It's
also Soylent Green is people.
And so, I was going to say, everything is just Soylent Green. And
Soylent Green is people.
I'm just so tired of it, man.
Everybody's Soylent Green.
There's no reason for anybody to be acting like this.
No, you're right.
There wasn't a reason for it over the summertime, but I could at least meet you there a little bit.
Maybe no.
No. I don't agree with the reason, but at least there was a reason.
They had a reason.
There's no reason now.
But the reason didn't affect them in the first place.
No, and I got that. But I'm talking about
Benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt, and I'm giving them,
Okay.
I'm giving people, period, that point. I saw you had a reason. There is no reason now other than that they can.
Uh-huh.
And there has to be a point where they have to learn that they really can't.
Right.
And I don't know what that looks like.
But Portland, Oregon is so soft. It's a soft, squishy thing.
It's not going to be Portland anymore.
Even their police force is a soft, squishy thing.
I'm surprised that there anybody left living in Portland. With everything that's gone on this past year and still continuing to go on, why would you choose to live there?
Here's the problem.
They should be leaving there like they're leaving New York.
Here's the biggest issue out of all this. Okay. No arrests were made. No force was used.
Oh my God.
And no one was injured. About 15 officers, 3 sergeants, and 1 lieutenant was pulled from the patrol duty to respond to the event.
The problem I have with that is no arrests were made.
No arrest.
Fine.
No force.
Don't use force.
No.
There's no consequences.
No consequence.
If you're not going to meet them at their level, you're not going to attack them back with the beanbag.
Sure, those are really cool though.
Those are fun. They hurt like hell.
Oh, I hear.
The rubber bullets and all that jazz. You're not going to meet them that way? Fine.
Whatever.
But there has to be something. There has to be something. You can't just literally catch and release. You can't just sit there.
Once again, this is not fishing.
Yeah, it's not fishing. You're not doing anybody any good.
No, this is not sports fishing. We can't do this.
You have to. We're supposed to be a nation of laws.
What?
I know. Newsflash.
Whoa.
Just like we're supposed to be a republic, a constitutionally representative republic.
Jeez.
I know.
It's amazing.
Lots of new things you learn here on the show.
I know. You should learn at least one new thing a day.
You should. And you just learn 2 of them.
Yep. There you
go. So, but yeah, it does. It saddens me. It really does. It breaks my heart to see these people do this stuff.
Yeah.
Because what happens is they get, again, people are everywhere in Portland and across the country are getting pushed to a point where they're going to react and somebody will die. Mm-hmm. And when that happens, it's just going to inflame that other side more. And I don't want that. Stop being offended of everything. Stop being sensitive. Stop doing whatever you think you want to do because you think you have some right to do it.
Grow something called thick skin.
Well, it's kind of hard to grow something that you were never taught to have in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
I had a thought about this today.
I forgot that everybody was pampered.
Yes. Well, think about it. Like, why was there never a gluten problem until now?
It's a good question.
Because people have become soft. Because of the medications that we've done, the things we've been able to protect ourselves from.
Well, they also changed the processing of how they did things.
Well, no, that too. But I'm just talking about period. It's so silly. But, I was playing a video game where you play a cowboy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm literally like, you're out and you're in all the weather.
Right.
Heat, sun,
whatever
rain,
you are, yeah.
blah, blah. And it dawned on me while I'm playing this game, like, those people were tough because they were
in all the weather.
They were on a horse. They went through all that. So they had thicker skin. And in my brain, I just kind of trailed it from there. They were subjected to this stuff and they toughened through it and they worked through it. We've gotten to a point where everything's kind of, don't worry, we've got this protected. We got that protected. We become soft.
That's the idea of if it didn't kill you, it made you stronger.
Yeah.
That's where that came from.
Now, if it
If it doesn't kill you, it makes you disabled.
It doesn't
now.
kill you, and you damn sure ain't making you stronger. Anyway.
That's right. Now it just weakens you later in life.
This hour brought to you by American Pride Roasters Coffee. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
We're drinking the Defender's Light tonight.
Yes. Go over there, get the Defender's Light. It's a very exotic bean, very fancy. Go over it, you'll love it, I promise.
It's a very large bean, light roast, full of caffeine.
Historically great coffee is the tagline, AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
It will make you swallow.
Yes, sir. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Go to the website, DOAEShow.com, Mojo50.com. Still another hour to go.
We'll be right back, guys.
It's not going to get better.
Well, what are you
It's
talking-
not going to get better.
What do you mean?
I may snap.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
No, it is going to be that bad. Not that bad. It is that bad.
It is not that bad.
It is. It is that bad. No, I'll just finish it. I brought that too. It's fine. You're going to end up taking all of it anyway. You got the big one. Yep. Portland had over 100 shootings this year and not by police. Same with Chicago. Look how that's turned out to be. No. I mean, I don't want to see people die. I want to see people get their head out of their ass and everything go back to normal like it's supposed to be. But since they're not going to, the alternative is you meet them, and you gradually meet them until you have to beat them. And sadly, the way they're pushing, people are going to die, and I don't want that. But God bless America if we don't get something done soon. Huh? It is. Yeah, nobody had that problem before.
Hey, your stomach is
Because we also didn't have the medications. We didn't have the benefits from coming from the medications that we used and the tolerances we built up.
And yeah.
Yes, because we didn't have to. We built up tolerances because we had to.
Or-
now that we've gotten protection from all these things, the genetics, yes, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying.
He's not arguing with you.
I'm not. I'm literally saying, agreeing with you.
You're upset because he's calling you weak.
You're on.
That's what you're upset about.
It is. See, you're on this side of the coin. I'm on this side of the coin. It's the same coin.
You're agreeing of the same. You're agreeing very violently here.
Yeah, she's getting angry, and
Angry
I'm saying it's not your fault. It's been the way that genetics have changed.
He's saying yes, correct.
You're saying the why. I'm saying why the why.
Exactly. You're just upset because
You don't like the why. Yeah, you don't like the why. And the why sucks even more because
Right.
it's like, because it is, it's one of those double-edged swords. We get to a point of convenience and of technology that has become fascinating. Life has become so much easier. We technically are healthier. We have all these things, but at the exact same time, at what risk? We got gluten. Technically. But at the same time, we have, like you said, there's the gluten allergies. People are more obese now than ever. And it's not just the processed foods. It's the fact that we're not having to walk or do as much work manually anymore.
Not only that, but people are becoming more susceptible to genetic disease and things like that.
Because we're not used to it.
Because not only are we not used to it, but over time, genetic code slowly degrades.
It does.
That's bar none. So every generation, the genetic code doesn't get better, even if you don't, even if you don't copulate with your brother and sister,
Ew. Just the word copulate.
You're welcome. You're welcome with that. Yeah. Technically, we're all related as the human race. So it's the same. It's true. Nobody wants to hear this, but we are all the human race. We all started with a base genetic code in the families. After that it split, obviously split. But genetic code deteriorates over time. And especially when you have kids, that's why birth defects happen when a lot higher areas in higher aged people. When people of higher age have children, they have higher rates of birth defects. Because genetic code is degraded over time, and that includes the eggs.
and all the rest of it. It's
Yuck eggs.
it's true.
No, it is true.
It's true.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Oh, in the end, you get what you deserve over on Twitter. To get respect, you must earn it. And to give respect, you must know it. I love that.
That is very true.
That's very, very true.
Yep.
That's Twilight's last gleaming slug. You do realize
Every
celiac
time.
disease is recorded by ancient Greeks. Okay, so I picked one that doesn't. Okay. My point is still valid. I picked the wrong one to argue with. Fine, cool, whatever. You got me. But the point does still stand. You know what I mean?
It's more prevalent now.
Things that we didn't used to have to worry about, we have to worry about now. And why? Because
your body can't process the stuff
body
anymore.
can't process it. And why? Because we weren't subject to have to force through it.
Yep.
You know? People's skin back in the day used to be like leather. Why? Because they were in all the weather.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It was weathered.
That's where that word came from. Anyway.
That's funny how that works.
That's weird how that description fits perfectly.
I mean, right.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
Okay. So you watched The Mandalorian.
I've watched The Mandalorian.
Have you watched both
all
seasons?
the seasons. Yes, I was very upset.
They don't have
because they only have like
they don't-
6 or 7 episodes on the second season. It's upsetting.
I still haven't finished it.
There's not that many episodes.
No, I haven't even finished
It's
the first
upsetting
one.
to me. What?
I haven't finished the first one yet. I haven't had time.
What do you?
I haven't had time.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes.
No, I haven't, because I'm not going to put the girlfriend and the kids through that.
What do you mean? It's a good show.
Yeah, but
My kids loved it.
little girl, my little girls don't.
Well,
Of course, to be fair,
you did that to yourself.
I know. Did it to myself. All right.
To be fair,
They do really love the Baby Yoda. Like they've.
He has a name.
I got that, but it's Baby Yoda, and as
No,
far as
he has
they're
a name.
concerned, and I'm not doing that. Yes, and he is also the devourer of nations and galaxies and
he could be
species,
He has a name.
according to the eating the egg thing. Stop it.
He has
Then what is his name?
Grogu.
I don't like it. Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Grogu. Whatever.
Yep.
You know, they do know of him, and so I guess if they saw him enough, they might be a problem.
They're like,
honestly,
oh, it's cute.
yeah, I honestly haven't given it a chance because I just kind of assumed. But with him in being in there, it might make things a little bit different. I haven't tried.
We've got dork kids, so
Well, and and mine don't watch.
I say that
TV.
knowing that I am one. So I just
Well, and I say, and mine don't watch TV. The girls. Well, let me phrase that. The girls don't watch TV. The boys, if I turned it on,
they're staring.
I'm talking. I could put infomercials on, and they're entranced.
Phase in.
It doesn't matter what the infomercial is.
It is the boob tube at that point.
At that point, yes, and it's. I don't. God bless them. It's the distinction between the boys and girls is fascinating. I love it.
It's awesome.
But I haven't finished it yet, and I will get there eventually. Eventually.
One fine day.
Part of it was because I'd realized I'd stopped at the first season, and I'm like, oh, the second season's already out. Oh, they're only adding a couple episodes at a time. I'll wait.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with WandaVision. I actually want to see that.
They went through the entire thing of WandaVision.
Is it good?
The wife and kids went through the entire thing. Yeah.
Okay.
They went through the entire thing of so far of WandaVision. They're like,
Yeah, I want to check it out because it looks interesting.
it's so.
But they're still adding like shows,
it's-
and so
it's
I'm waiting
episodes.
for. I want to be able to binge it. I've gotten to a point thanks to
You don't want to wait a week anymore. You don't want to wait the week.
That's the whole point of having streaming service is to not have to wait an effing week to watch the next show.
Yeah.
It's to binge.
Yeah, you want to binge.
And so I'm not waiting.
First world
I won't even.
problems.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
won't
I'm
even
saying.
try.
That's all I'm saying. First world problems, but
That's what we should have the title of it. First world problems.
Well, we didn't know that we were going to talk about this.
I know. There's still time to change it. But anyway, but apparently there has been a giant kerfuffle
Kerfuffle.
over on the Mandalorian.
On the Mandalorian side.
Yeah.
Really?
Gina Carano, who plays the
buff chick.
warrior Cara Dune.
Yeah, the buff chick.
Yeah. Yeah, she's fired. She's gone.
Yeah, my wife didn't know. She's really upset. You can actually see it in her face.
You
right
can. Spoilers.
now. Spoiler alert.
You will never see that heifer again.
At least not on the Mandalorian.
Not on anything Disney, not on Lucasfilms, nothing. She is done. Like, and I'll explain more to it when we read into the article here in a minute. But even like the daggone it, the talent people,
Yeah,
the
the talent,
agency,
yeah.
whatever she worked, they've dropped her. Like
Everybody's
she
dropped her.
has nothing now.
She got
done.
slammed. She's out.
She when I say unemployed, heifer's unemployed.
Yep.
Like there's nothing right now.
And let me get this straight. He's just saying heifer because it's heifer. She's not one.
No. I mean it. I mean it in a good Christian way.
Right.
It's a term of endearment in this instance. Like it's not. Yeah, it's not.
It's not a mean thing.
No. I actually like this lady, and I've grown to really like her after all this stuff that's going down.
Yeah. Oh, so just so you know, what happened here?
What happened was
So what had happened here? One of her co-stars also did it,
oh nice.
and they haven't been reprimanded.
Oh, see, that's what makes this even worse. So go back to the top so I can read it. So she has been let go
Yeah.
as of like did yesterday.
Yesterday-ish.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Because of social media posts that she made,
Twitter.
and they were called abhorrent.
Horrend.
Abhorrent. Quote, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilms, and there's no plans for her to be in the future.
Yeah.
That was a quote from the spokesperson for Lucasfilms, said in a statement to Variety. Nevertheless, quote, nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable, end quote.
That sounds terrible.
It is horrible.
It sounds like she made.
She
some
sounds like she is
craziness.
a heifer,
Yeah.
Right?
It sounds bad.
except for
What did she do?
that. Well, she was dropped. United Talent Agency.
That's where she.
They've
that's
dropped her.
Okay.
Lucasfilms
Dropped her. Okay.
Disney dropped her.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
So let's go to the posts. Let's talk about the posts.
Okay.
These abhorrent posts.
Uh-huh.
One of these abhorrent posts,
Yeah.
in which she appeared to have reposted from another account. She reposted it. She didn't make it up. She just shared it. Referenced the Holocaust, during in which estimated 6 million Jewish were murdered, and how the conditions then were similar to contemporary political divides.
Now. Yeah. Political divides, contemporary, meaning now. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She was saying that the political divide is similar to the political divide in the Holocaust?
Yeah, during the Holocaust, yeah.
Okay. Well, that is true.
No, we can't, because she got canned for it.
No, that's true.
That was abhorrent.
It's true, though.
Abhorrent.
Yeah, but it's true.
Quote, how is this any different from hating someone for their political views? Which is part of what the post read, according to Variety. I
Yeah.
wish we'd had her post. I tried finding them. I can't.
I think
A lot of them got deleted.
Yeah, I think they got cut.
All right. She later deleted that story.
Uh-huh.
Another that appeared to poke fun. Oh, and another that appeared to poke fun at mask wearing with an image of a person whose entire head was covered with masks. And the caption, wait for it.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you sitting down?
I-
Because this is like, okay,
I'm sitting down.
the whole Holocaust thing was bad enough.
Well, hold on. Let me get a sip.
Okay,
Let's sip a
but
coffee
this
here.
right here, this caption is where the true abhorrentness is manifest.
Okay, I
Are
think
you
I'm
ready?
ready. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The caption reads,
Yeah.
quote,
Uh-huh.
meanwhile, in California, end quote. Again, there's a picture of a guy or a person
A
with
person.
masks completely over their head all around.
Yeah.
And the caption says, meanwhile, in California. She lost her job for that. She didn't delete every story she shared Wednesday, including one that repeated the conspiracy that convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein didn't die by suicide.
Well, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
He didn't. Just like Christmas lights, Jeffrey Epstein didn't hang himself.
That's right.
Carano courted controversy in the fall of 2020 when she refused fans' requests to put her pronouns in her Twitter bio as a show of support for transgendered people.
Instead, she wrote,
Instead, she wrote, quote, beep, bop, boop, end quote, in her bio, which fans
Slash.
appeared
Slash.
to think that, they thought it mocked trans people.
No, it mocks the stance, you idiots.
Quote, beep, bop, boop has zero to do with mocking trans people, heart emoji, and 100% emoji, to do with exposing the bullying mentality of the mob that has taken over the voices of many genuine causes.
Oh, that's
End quote.
talking about the gay mafia.
Mm-hmm.
The Gestapo.
Yep, the Gestapo. She turned around and said this on September with a GIF of R2D2. Quote, I want people to know you can take hate with a smile, so boop you for misunderstanding, end quote.
Sorry, I thought of something while we were doing the Gestapo.
Go ahead.
Gestapo. That's sorry.
Get a hair. Okay.
Gestapo.
Stop it. Okay. Variety reported that she later removed the words from her Twitter bio after speaking to her co-star Pedro Pascal, who she said, quote, helped her to understand why people were putting them in their bios.
Oh,
She then said she supports freedom to choose.
yep. That's
Which is
true.
good.
That's
You
good.
should.
It's fine. So, like I said, there was a.
But there's other things.
There's no other, not just her. Remember, I told you about that other co-star?
The other co-star. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
compared Holocaust stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Pedro.
Oh.
You know who that is, right?
No.
That's the Mandalorian.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, so because he
that's the main actor, the Mandalorian.
was doing it.
Baha.
Yeah, but you realize they can put anybody behind that mask.
Oh no, you can't. They've already shown his face.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
See, shows how far I've watched.
Yeah, they've shown his face now, multiple times.
Oh, see, well, I'm screwed then. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Like
Thanks.
the whole point.
Spoiler alert.
The whole point is slowly revealing who he is as a person.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. So, yeah, now they really can't let him go. Not without tanking the whole thing.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she may just be a side character, but she's a side character that had point.
Yeah. And I mean, and even after he turned around and helped her and all that other jazz, he still was able to.
She was through.
But
the
again-
second season 2.
There was also there's more though.
There's
more,
more.
though.
There's more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carano
Uh-huh.
also posted about ending child sex trafficking.
hashtag save the children.
That heifer.
Wait,
Because of the hashtag.
Haven't we talked about ending sex
Yeah, but
trafficking?
hold on. Hear me out. Here's why. Because the hashtag had been co-opted by QAnon conspiracy followers. Facebook, which owns Instagram, restricted the hashtag's visibility on its apps. Yeah.
so here's
that
the tweet.
witch.
Here's the tweet. Here's the
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Who put that up there?
Uh,
Peekaboo, you were awesome.
Peekaboo found it. Yeah, it's whatever she posted.
Okay,
there.
so
It's-
her tweet. Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children.
sad face.
Quote, and the whole thing is a quote, but this is also a quote. Quote, because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews.
Yeah.
How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? End quote.
It's not any different,
And it isn't. It is literally the entire thing is a giant nugget of truth.
yeah.
The reason why a lot of the Jews were rounded up was because their neighbors went up in the roof. That's what happened.
Yep.
Because they were no longer looking at people as people.
They were in the basement.
Yeah. You know, that's how it went. And that's what you're doing now. Wear masks. That's one thing. And you can sit there and say, well, it's for your safety. There's another reason that they're insisting on wearing masks, because you no longer talk to people.
You aren't in control of what happens to you at this point.
We're slowly, my humble opinion, the whole insistence on wearing masks everywhere is another way for you to stop looking at another human being that you even pass on the street as a human being.
right.
We're losing that level of humanity.
Well, it is a funny thing. So you know how we see faces. I forget the phenomenon, but we see faces in everything.
Yes.
Everything. We
Everything.
see faces everywhere. Everywhere you look, you can see, the idea of a face.
Of a face, yeah.
Because our brain is set to recognize faces.
Yeah.
It's set to understand what is good and what is bad. It is set to look at a face and realize as soon as it sees it, whether it is a
Based off
threat,
expression and everything else. Yeah.
whether it's a threat or if it's safe.
Yeah.
You can't see that.
When you wear a mask. And I'm not.
I mean, we can see the eyes most of the time.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The eyes don't show everything. Yeah, the eyes are the window to the soul. Sure. But if you don't have the rest of the face,
yeah.
eyes are a really easy thing to lie with.
Yeah. And again, and I understand this whole thing sounds like a reach and everything else, but I truly believe it. We've already gotten to a point where on social media where we don't see people as people. We just see them as Twitter handles and as Facebook stuff and whatever.
Yeah, social media is social media is social media.
Yeah, they're not real people. That's not real things. What I say doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt anyone. But then turn around.
Those people on TikTok that are really famous, they're not real people.
Yeah, those aren't real people.
That's bots.
Yeah. It's just
They're fake famous.
yeah. Well, that's not the same thing. It's just somebody you happen to have come across, and it's not even real. It's a stage because they're not real.
Right.
They're digital.
Yes. They're not physically in front of you.
And so what better way to continue dividing, ever so subtly, might I add,
Oh, so subtle.
by continuing to insist that, why do you think Obama or Biden has been sitting here pushing, well, we might not get out of this until next year. I don't see it happening. Nothing's going to change. They're so worried about coming out of normality because the longer they can control, where you are, what you do,
Who you commute with.
yes, and even down to the fact of, hey, you have to wear a mask. Now they're controlling how you see people. Eventually, you don't see them as people. Therefore, it'll be a whole lot easier to turn around and say, call me crazy if you want to. But I feel it deep down, the littlest little divide. All it takes is the little thing. How do you boil a frog? I'm just saying.
Usually you bowl a frog by putting a bowl over top.
No,
of it.
how do you bowl a frog?
You put a bowl over
Shut
top.
up. How do you... I'm going to kick you. I swear to God. How do you bowl a frog?
You put a bowl over
I'm
top.
like, you son of a bitch. Okay, fine. How do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. The bite doesn't have to be a big one. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it. He knew what the hell I was saying.
We all knew.
He's not being a dick. You are. He's not.
Because I can.
You can. I know.
So can he.
I know. No, he does know. He's just being a jerk.
I really like to mess with him about these things.
He apparently the OI words
They don't work.
they don't sound like what apparently normal people say it. So it's a
Well, I
running
mean, it
joke.
depends on normal. Who's normal?
Well, like
It depends on who's normal.
like no. Well, it's
Yeah.
everybody else's normal. Apparently, my normal is not the same as y'all's. But I digress. But going back to my point, it's the slow etching, it's the slow taking away. And again, that tweet that she put up, that picture was spot on. That's exactly how Germany fell and did what it did. That's why everybody's like, well, how is it that they could be so close to these concentration camps and not think about it? They had long been
They removed themselves from the idea of it.
of what was going on and that they were real people.
It's not a thing anymore. Those people that were in the concentration camps, they weren't real people. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
That was just whatever had to happen.
They're getting round up. They weren't real people.
I was real. I'm real people.
I'm
Obviously,
I'm here.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's why when America came to Germany
Yeah.
and they stopped it all, they actually did color photo pamphlets.
Yep.
And handed them to everyone in those towns.
Yeah. Look at what is going on.
This is what you turned your eyes blindly from.
Yes.
This is what you turned away from. You became a monster.
Yeah.
Here, look at it, you monster.
Yeah.
That's what America did in World War II.
And now we're doing the exact same thing Germany did.
Right. We're turning a blind eye to our friends and our families.
Yeah.
And the neighbors that we have in our areas.
How many splits? Seriously, and I've heard nothing but all kinds of stories about this. But how many people, how many families were split
over Trump.
over Trump. I mean, we can go back to Obama too, but but it really started hammering home under Trump. How many families literally quit speaking to one another because of
Political divide.
the political divide and the way that it was done?
Yeah.
you
People that would literally go like beforehand, right there, hand in hand, together, no problems.
Agree to disagree.
Yep. I don't, you know what? You do you, boo boo. That's the whole deal. Because we're family, I've got you.
Yep.
And then
I don't agree with all of it, but
something changed in what they watched, what they listened to, what they paid attention to on social media. Those things started integrating into our society. And the moment that it did, people started getting more violent with each other. They started arguing with each other to the worst degrees. They started dividing themselves based upon what they've heard, not what they've understood, not what they actually believe, but what they've heard.
yeah.
And that is that's how everything did start in the Holocaust. It was all word of mouth. It was all based upon what you heard. It was all propaganda.
Oh, Adam W. Johnson, I hate you so much right now. Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. Now I really want to hear at Dylan Lyle say Laura Flynn Bowl.
You got it.
I hate you. It's what it is. Anyway, make me ruin it. He had a great point. It was like
no, we're good. I was done.
This was almost preaching type stuff, and
We're done. We're good.
it's over now. The moment is gone.
Yes.
I feel sad.
It's okay.
But just to touch on it quick again, and we'll let it go. This is the stuff that truly bothers me. It truly bothers us.
Yeah. It really
is
does.
this split. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with someone. But we have got to stop looking at someone who looks at something different than you as an enemy.
Yeah.
And that's in everything. So what, you don't agree politically? So what that this person's gay? So what that whatever? Doesn't matter what it is.
The trans thing.
Yeah, so what?
So what you believe in Black Lives Matter? You know what? So what?
It doesn't matter. If you
come on our show, let's talk about it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
honestly,
stop being an enemy. It's not an enemy. You just disagree.
Right.
When people are not going to understand to be able to agree if you're not willing to get the stick out of your ass and stop being so sensitive and try to express yourself. And then on the other turn, one, be open-minded to take that information, and two, be willing to react to it in kind without being a douche.
Right.
Just
we're coming from a situation. I don't know about you personally, right? I don't know about you and where you came from, but for me, when I was young. And
when I was 17.
When I was a young warthog.
No, you did that last time, and I'm tired of.
Yeah,
I'm about Lion King.
I know we're doing stuff, but no, when I was young and dumb and stuff and things,
and stuff.
I would say that I leaned more left. I leaned more left, notably.
Yeah,
left. Like I hated Bush, a whole thing, not that great. Yeah. Was not there.
Yeah.
High school time. That was high school.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then I got a job.
You actually had to.
Okay. So obviously my dad had a business, right? My dad had a business. So I worked with him and did stuff. But no, when I actually got a job.
Like a real job.
A job. Like a W-2.
Let's say like taxes taken and everything.
Yeah. A W-2. I started to realize some things financially, and I was like, maybe they do have some points.
Yeah.
And then I looked, and I studied, and I researched, and I went through a ton of stuff, and it took me years to break down the things that I was taught at an early age. But at the same point in time, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I was there.
Yeah. I
was there at that stupid idea.
Yep.
Liberal mentality, where why don't we all just do this, and why don't we all just get this stuff, and why doesn't all this happen?
And to a point,
it makes sense. It's
there's almost nothing wrong with it. To a point.
Yeah, there's a line where you hit and you're like, okay, up to this point,
I'm there.
You have a good reasoning. And then once you get past that, it starts to get completely out of hand.
Yeah.
Normally, that line is that's a low bar.
It is.
It's a very low bar.
But we've made it so big.
Yeah.
Oh, Slug, I've got a response to that one here in a minute.
What happened? What?
Right here. I'm not going to do it here because I want everybody to hear it. Because it's kind of a story. It's a small, stupid.
It's a small story.
It's a small, short thing. I don't want to address it just because.
It's a little thing.
But it fits in with something I was thinking about the other day. So.
Okay.
Why did Antifa attack during the day? Because the whiteboard college students that make up the ranks won't go out in this
night.
weather. Yeah, and apparently it's snowpocalypse going on right now.
It's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Peekapoo. If you still hated Bush, you probably wouldn't have had so many kids.
No, no.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No.
It's good. It's good. I like it. It's a good
No,
one.
all I can think of is Nature Channel. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That song comes to mind. That's it. That's the answer.
He's
That's
thinking
what it
of
was.
Naked and Afraid, you know.
That's
Nat Geo is what he's going to.
yeah. It had nothing to do with hatred for Bush. It was Nature Channel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the name of that band. What was the name of that group?
Which one?
Who did the Nature Channel song?
I don't know the Nature Channel song.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know what you're talking about when you say the Nature Channel
I just
song.
realized I did say it the wrong name.
Yeah, you said the Nature Channel song. I'm like, well,
Yeah. Bad Touch. That was a song. Bad Touch by
Bad
Bloodhound
Touch.
Gang.
Bloodhound
That's it.
Gang, yeah.
That's
okay.
it. Sorry.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
It was Bad Touch. That's
You
what.
and me, baby, ain't
Yeah.
nothing but animals.
That's what got y'all. That's how that is. That's why the kids.
Yeah.
It's not hatred for Bush.
Right.
But
This is Defenders Live.
See what? It wasn't. It wasn't. Bad Touch. It was more. Foxtrot, Unicorn, Charlie,
Kilo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was.
That's where
okay.
I was going with it.
No, and I got that,
Yeah.
but it still was the Bloodhound Gang.
Yes.
Yes. and
Yes.
To address
Right.
Peekapoo, the Snarky Jackhole.
Also,
if you-
Tenacious D and
Yeah,
and the sausage song.
Oh yeah, if you still hated Bush, you probably wouldn't have so many kids, Stephen. And again, we're saying it had nothing to do with his hatred for Bush as to why he has so many children. It's like Tenacious D and the Bloodhound Gang, and
Yes,
and
that's
all
definitely
those really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
So there you go.
right.
That's what that is.
That's how it is.
Twilight's Last Gleaming Slug over on Twitter. I hate it when customers wouldn't take off their motorcycle helmets. I despise the face mask that, hey, long-term use contributes to lung cancer.
Yay, lung cancer.
So I read this.
Yeah.
And minus the lung cancer part. I was thinking about this. The whole taking off the mask and then the helmets and all that crapola. So I was going down Capitol Boulevard, heading out of Raleigh.
Yeah. Okay.
I was outside of Wake Forest,
Yep.
heading north.
Yep.
And I seen a cop had pulled a car over into the median.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm assuming it was for some moving violation of some kind.
Sure. Maybe.
Because it was for some moving violation of some kind.
Sure. Maybe.
Because it was a Newark type car. It didn't seem like it would be broke down.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. Because they were both standing outside the car.
Oh.
So it could have been. I don't know. But the point was, I seen that both the officer and the person in question had masks on. And all I could think about is,
They were outside.
No, there you go. And I also had a little weird thing about it. Like, I understand the guy, when he looks for his ID, can tell him to pull the thing down. But if you have to see his whole face in order to identify him at that point,
Then you have to see his whole face to identify.
why are you making them wear a mask, especially outside of the car?
Right. Cop has a mask. Everything should be fine.
Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I know who he's talking about. I know exactly who he's talking about, too.
What is that?
I'm not even going there. We're not dragging that little nugget into the surface.
Yep.
Tonight. We're moving on because we've only got like 30 minutes left.
And we've got,
a lot.
We still
still
have
to
5
cover.
stories because of all the tangents.
Yeah, I know.
But we don't have
You're
to cover
welcome.
them all.
We don't have to. That's the joy of this show
the
is we can
best.
carry stuff over tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Or not.
Or not.
I don't know what we'll do tomorrow.
Maybe.
Anyway, former Immigration and Customs Enforcement Acting Director Tom Homan.
The former acting director.
Yeah, former acting director.
So the former director,
No, former acting director.
lights, camera.
No, as in he was a placeholder.
Oh,
It was kind of a thing from like, robots. It was, see a need, fill a need. He filled the need until they got the guy to replace him.
$20 Sims downtown.
Exactly. He sent out a dire warning. Dire warning about how the OBiden administration is handling immigration
Oh no!
at the U.S. southern border.
Oh no!
Oh, yes. Holman said President Joe Biden's immigration policies have caused a surge at the border, and it was, quote, designed to be this way, end quote, to help Democrats. Holman appeared on Fox and Friends this week, where he said, quote, it is no longer illegal to be here illegally, end quote.
That's kind of funny.
It does. That's, yeah. Quote, be clear what's happening here. President Biden has declared the entire country a sanctuary jurisdiction, which means more tragedies are going to come. Mark my words, people will die, people will be raped, people will be victimized by criminals that shouldn't even be here.
Yep.
This is coming, and we've been talking about this for 2 years. It's already started.
End quote. From Tom Homan.
Homan. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't say I disagree.
No.
Because it does look like that he's trying to push it into sanctuary status.
Yeah, because it's just easier that way.
Yeah, if you make the entire country sanctuaried, and you just whatever, nobody, you can come in whenever. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Because just so we're clear, in politics, and it doesn't matter who is doing it, which side of the aisle you're on.
Right.
There's nothing done there by accident.
Oh no.
Consequences are not by accident.
Oh no.
Everything is thought out, planned, methodically figured,
Oh yeah, it's like the
tallied
same,
and calculated.
It's the same reason why Joe Biden has 56 executive orders already.
Yeah.
Because they had them in the wing waiting.
Yeah, you don't just pull that crap out of thin air.
You don't pull 20 executive orders out of thin air on the first day.
Yeah, I know. Holman referenced an internal memo obtained by the Washington Post that stated that ICE is preparing to issue new guidelines that could sharply decrease arrests and deportations of illegal immigrants.
No.
ICE agents will reportedly no longer seek to deport immigrants for crimes such as driving under the influence and assault.
Assault.
That's kind of important, I would think.
What about battery?
No, we don't need a battery because they're not driving, fuel-efficient cars like that.
That's true. Okay.
But yeah, so drunk driving and assault, you're not going to be deported for.
But you're illegally here, right?
Well,
You're not here legally.
like I could, okay.
And then you're once again breaking our laws a second time.
I'm going to play devil's advocate to a point.
Okay.
To a point.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
You don't want to deport somebody because you caught them jaywalking. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Jaywalking.
It's no.
Who cares about jaywalking?
Everybody jaywalks. Who the hell cares?
Nobody cares about
Okay.
that.
You're right. They're here illegally.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's not safe to jaywalk.
It's not safe.
But I mean, whatever.
But
You're bypassing,
Yeah.
one walk light.
if you're going to ignore the fact of just let illegals be here and the hell with that, so you're abolishing the immigration side of it as a whole.
you might as well get rid of ICE.
Well, I was going to say, then we've abolished that. So, okay, so you're not going to deport them because they're jaywalking. Fine.
Sure.
But driving drunk, which puts every single human being on the road and off, by the way.
Oh, but they consider this a less serious crime.
Why? Because the chances.
Oh, no.
It's still a chance. It's not concrete.
Well, here it is.
That they're going to hurt somebody.
Simple assault, DUI, money laundering, property crimes, fraud, tax crimes, soliciting, or charges without conviction. All of those things are going to be listed as things that they don't catch you on.
Well, you realize that money laundering, fraud, tax crimes,
Yeah.
along with, are kind of all included. I would think they're all in violation at the moment you become illegal.
Right.
Oh, you
Yeah,
by
I mean, they're all
default
there
are
already.
subject to all those as well.
Technically, you're already there.
Yeah, you get all those tacked on. It's the joy of illegally being here
Is that any money that you make is fraud.
Yeah.
Any land that you have is a property crime. Anything that you claim on taxes is technically a tax crime because you're here illegally and
or
you're
not
using
paying
somebody-
taxes at all.
or not paying taxes at all. Money laundering is definitely there because you're taking money from somebody else, cleaning it up, and sending it back home.
Yeah.
Um,
So a lot of that is, it's kind of the upside to becoming an illegal alien is there's more attached to it than that. There's
Right.
more crimes. It's kind of a, instead of like a
Right.
buy one, get one free, it's like a buy one,
Get 12.
12 free.
it's
yeah.
like buy a 12 pack.
Yeah. The incentive of being here is fantastic.
Buy a bottle, get a 12 pack.
There you go.
Yeah, 2 liter, you get a 12 pack for free. That's what we're doing here.
But and it's also charges without conviction. Like I'm sorry, but if you find out, if you
If you've been charged with a crime and then they find out that you're illegal,
you should be going.
I'm sorry, but you're illegal.
Yeah, I would. Their argument is that, well, you don't know these people and you don't want to just round up these good people and blah, 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 their situation.
If they were good people, they wouldn't be here illegally.
Okay. Maybe, not necessarily. Maybe.
Maybe.
We truly do not know their situation. Okay.
Okay.
So
All
I'm
right.
going to play that.
Okay, play that.
Let's play that we
Sure.
do not know.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Don't know
their
their situation.
Don't know their situation. But their argument is on the left that, oh, these are not violent people. These are okay people. These
Simple
are
assault.
Yeah, but that's what I was getting ready to say. The moment, so we'll overlook the illegal part, okay?
Sure.
These are supposed to be good people just looking for a better chance. Okay,
Right.
fine.
Uh-huh.
But the moment that you commit a crime of any kind,
You are now
you
in
have
violation.
you've debunked what they just said, or at least disproven that you, at least as the illegal immigrant,
Right.
are not
Hey,
good person.
maybe we don't send your entire family back. We just send you.
Something. You know what I mean? Something like that needs to be, again, consequences to actions, because I guarantee you, I am not a bad person, or I don't like to think that I am.
And once
but
again-
let me commit any one of those crimes that are now on the do not arrest and send them back list.
And guess what? You get arrested.
And guess where I'm going to be?
In jail.
Separated from my family.
Right.
Yeah, get looked down on. I have a record now. I'm the one having to do this. And I'm born here. Hell, I've defended this country.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get in trouble for that. But these people come across illegally. Again, it is not right. The law says you cannot be here illegally. I will give that to you, fine. You want to expulse that, whatever. But the moment that they do something wrong, the moment they commit a crime, and I don't give a damn how small it is.
A second crime.
Yes.
The first crime
Once
was
you
coming
commit
here.
the second crime, it's over.
Yeah. The first crime is you're here.
Yes.
That is a crime.
There's your strike one.
There's no strike threes.
There's no strike three.
You get 2 strikes.
You should be gone because you've just proven, at least on that individual moment, that this particular illegal immigrant is not a non-violent, non-criminal human being.
Right. And there are times, I get it. There are people and there are times and there are families that do literally run away, that do try and get, and they file for these things.
Yeah. I know. And look, our immigration policy to allow people in is atrocious. You don't believe me? Ask Jonathan Dunn.
Yeah.
Get out to him one day. Find out what it's like.
That guy deserves to be an American.
Yes.
Deserves.
And is trying the right way. The amount of money that you have to spend, the quality, the level that you have to hit.
He had a job waiting for him. He had
had everything.
He had everything ready.
Yeah. And
he did everything legal. He had everything ready. But because he was a white guy from Ireland,
yeah.
He can't get in here.
Yeah, he's not in here.
Ever.
But
Anybody
anybody from south of the border
can come here just
can come here willy-nilly, higgledy-piggledy, and it's not a big deal.
And no, he won't do that. He won't go to Mexico on a vacation and then come to America and just hide.
Yeah, he at all, even to the point, this is how pure he is about it, is he won't even just marry someone just to get the green card.
No, he will not do
He
it.
won't pursue any type of relationship with anybody like that
Just
until
for
he's
that,
already
yeah.
here.
For that specific purpose? No.
Yes, because he wants to make sure he stays above board. And
Right.
that's commendable.
It is very commendable.
But
it is a relatable factor of him believing in the system
Yeah.
beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. To the point that it wants no possible dark mark at all. But what does that say about, like, look at the laws, look at the requirements to be able to immigrate here legally.
Yeah.
The wait time is incredible. The amount of money that these people have to pay, the bar, like they have to have a job, and not just like a job, but a job that apparently, and at least for the experiences of
Is
listening to
above
John,
minimum wage.
it has to be above minimum wage. It actually has to be in demand too.
It also has to be something that you got an education for.
Yeah.
Like you have to have an education.
You can't
a
just
college education.
Yeah, you can't just come over here and do anything.
Right. Unless you're part of a protected class.
Yes. And being the fact that he's white European, he is not protected.
Right.
It's irritating. And so again, those laws need to be changed too. Don't get me wrong. This is not just a, keep people from coming in here. There is so much wrong. There's so much corruption. Everything is so twisted and knotted up. Everything has to be fixed. Everything. The current laws that for immigration needs to be completely reformed and redone.
Correct.
Entirely.
I agree.
Okay? At the same time, we need to shut the border down, and every single person crossing that border gets gone. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Entered into a database using DNA, using fingerprints, using photographs, using everything to track them. So if they come across again or are found again,
They don't just go away.
they don't. Yeah, they go away. They get a little.
We're going to send you a little further south this time.
Yeah, and this time it might be like Antarctica or something.
We're going to send you across.
How do you feel about snow?
Hey, do you like oceans?
Not like a cruise, like an actual ocean.
Like, I think we're just going to send you to Spain,
We're gonna put you on a boat,
to Africa.
just let you float.
a slow boat to Africa.
Like the boats the Cubans used to come over here on, like the little car with the
A
barrels.
dinghy.
No, like an old
yeah,
bug
like-
that's
like
hollowed out and they have
An old
barrels.
VW bug.
Sailing across the ocean in my little bug. Yeah, that's I
A Lincoln Town car with the wheels cut off. Thing was a tank.
a door. I don't care. Just
Float on the door.
but the point is when you start having and actually if we get back to being a nation of laws and thereby laws and consequences,
oh, no consequences.
you can't. Yeah, you have to have the consequences with the laws.
Oh, no, we can't do that, though.
You have to. It's
can't.
the only.
No, we can't.
The only. Well, I'm
We
saying
can't do that.
It's the only way it works. Because to have a law without consequences, you have this.
Okay,
the
fine.
The
Can we just
crossing.
can we just
and
send him to the
illegals.
corner then?
You stand over there and you think about what you did.
Can we just put him in the corner?
Put him in timeout.
Yeah, can we put him in timeout?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Is that not enough?
No.
I think
Again, there needs to
How
be.
about a stern talking to?
There needs to be consequences.
Can there be a stern talking to?
I think vigorous, strongly worded letter,
a strongly worded
shaking your hand vigorously in their direction.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Very
No. It
disappointed,
needs
yeah.
to be. It needs to be severe. Actually, you know what I just thought of? How great of a thing. You want to have a good peace treaty with someone like, say, North Korea?
Send him refugees.
Every time you get an illegal cross over the border, hey,
We got some new labor.
hey, Kim, I've got some more workers for you, Chief.
We got some new labor, bud.
Send them right on over.
Hey, I got 500. You want 500?
Yeah. Think about it, dude.
Got another
Free
1,000.
work. I know that sounds douchey, but I'm just saying.
That does sound terrible.
Keeps him happy.
That sounds
His
like a bad
people are
idea.
happy because then they're no longer being picked up off the street as quickly. I mean, they will be, but not as quickly.
As quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think it's a
they
good-
they will have to spread rations around a little bit more.
No, and I got that. I got that. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it takes a little bit of that burden off the people and projects it onto other people to go, hey, we shouldn't probably cross the border illegally.
Maybe we'll trade with China then. We'll do we'll do a Chinese trade. Because China has not only do they have all of those ghost towns,
Yeah.
but they have those camps where they need so many people.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they have the right makeup, the right abilities
Oh no, you can
that
teach
they're
them.
looking for.
You can teach them. It's fine. And they're if they can't teach them, they can always just sell their organs in the black market.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I hear is a lucrative thing, by the way.
I hear it's very very lucrative. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know where the hell you buy it at.
I don't know. But speaking of China,
Organs R Us or something like that. Organs.com.
organs.com. Yeah, it's in the black market. It's a very popular site.
Yeah, I hear.
Once again, you got to get a VPN first.
Oh, that's probably why I can't find it.
That's
I keep
probably
typing it in and
yeah, it doesn't show up.
it doesn't.
China's main broadcasting regulator announced on Thursday that it's pulling the BBC World News off the air over the entirety of China.
Wow.
Yeah, BBC is no longer going to be aired anywhere in China. Yeah.
At all.
At all. The National Radio and Television Administration declared that the BBC World News had seriously violated the Hermit Kingdom's radio, television, and overseas satellite management regulations in some of its reports on China-related issues.
Oh, no.
That from Jinhao.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So-
BBC World News, they reported violating requirements, this quote, that news reporting must be true and impartial.
Okay.
They also, quote, undermine China's national interests and ethnic solidarity.
Okay.
That's according to the
So what
outlet.
did they apparently? So they were, according to Chinese, they weren't true or impartial, and they made China look bad.
Yeah.
Well, what did they say? What did they say?
Specifically, the Uyghur genocide
I'm-
and the issues about the coronavirus failures in China.
What do you mean?
The topics that they got banned for were the fact that they continued to harp on the fact that the Uyghur,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the
Yeah, I know
people,
who you're talking about.
yeah, with great lungs and hearts and livers and these
Hardy people. one might
very
say.
hardy people were being harvested for their organs to sell on the black market, and also the issues with the coronavirus.
I'm. How is it not true or impartial?
Oh, no, it undermines China's national interest and ethnic solidarity, and it undermines their authority.
How does it undermine their? It was all. It's all true.
Not by China standards.
Well, but nothing's true by China standards.
Well, I mean, what China says is true by China standards.
China doesn't have. China has ghost towns,
China doesn't believe that.
but you can see them.
But China says, no, they're not there.
See, this is the stuff that literally makes my head hurt. Because how can and we know why? It's
Right.
You realize that China is slowly becoming North Korea.
Well, yeah, it's a communist country of China.
But I'm talking
you have
about
an
the-
emperor now.
I'm talking about the isolationist. I'm talking about the deception.
They're not just isolationists. They're also trying to take over certain areas in the South China Sea and all the rest of it.
I know.
All the small islands in that area, they're trying to make sure that they take control over those places.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I know.
It's a much bigger area than North Korea.
I know.
Much bigger.
Much bigger. But I'm
Much
just
bigger.
saying they're going to do it.
Of course.
They're trying to be. They're going to be North Korea again.
Oh.
Only with like a boatload of nukes and manpower at their disposal.
And
It's not gonna end well.
3 trillion people or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. a bazillion, whatever.
Literally enough people to throw at any nation and just crush you. Even though they're not trained, they're just going to crush you with the amount of weight. of people.
Literal cannon fodder.
Yes.
That's all they are.
They will just take it and they'll drop them out of a helicopter in stacks.
Yeah.
People, here you go, people.
You don't have to spend money on bombs.
You also don't have to spend money on training them.
Nope. Like, hey, don't worry. You tired of what's going on? Climb in this plane. We'll send you somewhere.
We got
I promise you. Everything's
we
fine.
got you.
They drop them out of a plane. No parachute.
Boom, done.
Tomato, tomato.
Splat.
Problems are handled.
That's right.
Just saying.
That's right. The BBC repeatedly reported that on the ongoing genocide of the Uyghurs in the Xinjiang region. Most recently, the outlet exposed the allegations of the systematic rape and sexual abuse and torture of the Uyghur women in the Chinese internment camps. According to the BBC, more than 1 million men and women have been detained in the sprawling networks of camps, which China says exist for the re-education of the Uyghur and the minority populations.
Oh, good. Because,
You got to re-educate. If you
have
have
to.
a communist dictatorship, you have to re-educate.
yeah, because you don't want people free thinking.
No.
Because that just throws a monkey wrench into all of the state's plans.
See, we already have a re-education system. It's called the university system.
Yeah.
We have that already, and we've just let it run rampant for the past 70 years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Can we in America really criticize the censorship in China?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
we can, because we're not censoring people.
Well, we can.
We specifically,
America can't.
America as a whole cannot.
No, cannot.
No. And the BBC as a whole cannot. But we as individuals definitely can.
Yeah. So in your face, China.
Yeah. Booyah.
We aren't played there anyway, so booyah.
Yeah. Because, yeah, they would
Not
never.
allowed there.
Yeah, we're not allowed. I wonder what would
The
happen.
name American is in it.
No. Defenders Live.
I know it's Defenders Live, but technically,
I know.
technically,
I wonder if we could figure a way to get past their algorithm to just get let in one time.
just once.
See what, and it doesn't have to be our show. It could be anybody's, any conservative talk radio show. But I wonder,
I mean, maybe
how cool would that be?
that'd be really cool. Honestly,
I mean,
they control the network flow, so I mean, the government has full control over what gets in and out.
well, and the downside to it, and I say it from like a thing of like, yay, we could be able to free these people, just
No,
like
we
in
can't.
just like in North
No.
Korea. Even if you could get in,
Yeah, if you could get the information in, it's not going to help too many
these
people.
people have lived this life their entire life. That's how this is the way it's been.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Wouldn't know what to do with freedom if they were suddenly handed to them.
Not just that. Oh, the people in Hong Kong would.
On Hong Kong, yes.
Yeah, the people in Hong Kong.
I'm talking about China
rest of
proper.
China, yeah.
I'm talking about like even the Uyghurs.
Not so much. But no, what I'm saying is, what would happen if they started listening to shows like ours? China would crack down on the fact that they were listening to us,
Yep.
and they would immediately start beating like their social credit score would go down.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be allowed to get homes. Their kids would get kicked out of school. They would lose their job.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to even ride the bus.
Yeah. It's weird. Like I hear that.
And then they'd go to re-education camps.
Yeah, I hear all that, and my brain being American and all,
Yeah, right.
because that's what it is. It's because there's still a twinge of true America left. My brain goes, okay, if that's how it's going to be here, I'll go find someplace else.
Yep. I'll go home.
I'll go somewhere else.
I'll go make a home.
Yeah, I'll do my own thing. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
These people have never experienced that ever.
Nope.
Never.
They don't know. Never, ever, forever, never. That's
Excuse
not
me.
it.
And so they, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So like, even if it's presented to them,
Yeah.
what's their alternative?
I don't know.
They don't know how to function on their own because they've never had to. Everything's been given to them. So the idea of trying to put something together,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
God
know.
bless these people. I truly, like, my heart breaks for all of them
It's terrible.
because they're just stuck in this
Muck.
endless cycle of crap.
Lastly, though.
Finally,
We're going to go to Georgia.
Georgia.
Because apparently Georgia is finally kicking off all of their investigations into
Georgia.
election crimes. More investigations into election.
Kind of a day late
Issues.
and a dollar short, aren't you?
Warnock, who defeated the Republican incumbent Senator Kelly Loeffler
Mm-hmm.
on January 5th in the state runoff election, is listed as a respondent in a case because of his past role on the board of chairmen of the New Georgia Project, a third-party voter registration group founded by former Democrat gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams.
Uh-oh.
According to the investigator, with the Secretary of State's office, the organization is accused of failing to meet deadlines by hand-delivering
Oh, my God.
1,268 voter registration applications to the Gwinnett County Elections Office
Oh, wow.
after the mandatory 10-day period had elapsed. The state election rules require completed applications to be submitted by the voter registration organization within 10 days after they receive them from the voters. Warnock was serving as a member of the board, or the chairman of the board, in 2019 when the misconduct reportedly took place. Neither he nor the New Georgia Project responded to AJC's request.
Of course not, because they know that they're in trouble.
Yeah, on Wednesday, the election board voted 3-0 to continue on with the probe after the board's only Democrat member recused himself.
Wow.
Because he's a Democrat and he understands that if he didn't, he would be seen as guilty as well.
Yeah, he'll be up a creek.
And Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who is the board's chairman and normally doesn't vote unless to break a tie. He abstained.
Well, at least he did that.
So he abstained, and the Democrat decided that they were going to back out of it. So it was 3-0. They're going to continue the investigation. Looks like some bad stuff is going down, and the new senator possibly is in hot water because of possible election issues.
I didn't know he was a singer.
Senator.
No, singer.
Senator.
No, because he's chairman of the board.
Oh,
You're welcome.
he was prior.
Not anymore.
No.
This show, this hour is brought to you by American Pride Roasters Coffee. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Historically great coffee. Check them out. You will not be sorry. I promise you that. Go to Mojo50.com. Those are the guys who are suckers to keep us on this show, on the platform.
They love
keep us going. They
and
do.
We love them.
Dearly, dearly, dearly. Go check them out. Mojo50.com. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com. That's DOAEshow.com. Check out all the stuff we got going over there, the archives and the shop. Everything's so much stuff.
Become a defender with us.
Please do follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves. Tomorrow is Friday. Praise God. Hallelujah. The week is almost over. We'll see y'all then. Bye, y'all.